What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Independent Experience. I'm IndyXP Bullion, and this is your morning market wake-up call for Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. We had a bummer of a day on the precious metals markets yesterday. Let's go ahead and take a look at where we're starting today off at. Gold is down significantly, but it is starting to rebound. Currently at 1886.61. Silver is down, and it's not making much of a comeback yet, but we have seen some signs of it returning. It is at 24.27. That gives us a ratio of 77.75. Platinum is back under $900, currently at $880.94, and palladium seems to be very little, it doesn't appear to be affected much. It's currently at 25.27.17. Rhodium held steady yesterday at 14,000, and we did see some losses on the base metals markets. Copper is down a few cents at 3.13. Nickel is steady at 7.17. Aluminum is at 86 cents. Zinc at $1.19, and lead is down a penny at 83 cents. Barrels of crude oil continue to rise. Those are currently up about 25 cents from our last video, currently at 40.58 a barrel. We actually saw a mixed day on Wall Street. The gains on the Dow Jones was led by the announcement that Pfizer had found a coronavirus treatment vaccine that is 90% effective. And so that drove a lot of money out of precious metals into the stock market yesterday. The Dow finished up 834 points at 29,157.97. The NASDAQ was actually down yesterday, 181 points at 11,713.78. And the S&P 500 was up 41 points at 35,50.50. The U.S. dollar index is trying to recover. It is a slow and tedious process for that. It is currently at 92.82. If you guys happen to trade in Bitcoin, then that's been actually pretty steady here the last 24 hours. We did see a little bit of a spike about this time yesterday, followed by a big downward spike, and it did recover. It's currently steady at 15,246.50. And if you happen to exchange the gold back, those are down, of course. Those are going at $3.15 currently. In today's video, I want to talk about what a lot of other people are talking about, and that is we had CoinDay version 2.0 yesterday over at the U.S. Mint, and to nobody's surprise, it was another horrible experience for everybody involved, I think. Was watching Silver Wolverine, had several videos from yesterday talking about this, and he obviously is very opinionated on it, as am I. But we have very, very differing opinions on how we feel about the U.S. Mint. We've talked about this on my channel before briefly, but I wanted to dedicate an entire video to it today. And that is, the U.S. Mint has these servers, and when 800,000 of us jump on at once, it weighs their system down immensely. When these people say, well, why don't they increase their servers? Why don't they get bigger servers? Why don't they get faster servers? Well, here's the thing. The Mint website is live 24/7. It's 8,760 hours in a year. It's not unfathomable to think that there are times during the year where there might only be 50 people on the website at once. In the middle of the night, let's say 2 or 3 a.m., where it is, it might be midnight or 11 o'clock on the West Coast. It might be 3 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. There's only going to be 50 to 100 people on that server. And even during peak times, during normal operations, we might only see thousands of people, maybe tens of thousands of people if it's, a proof set maybe getting released or something. This is a website that is designed to have, peak traffic of maybe 50 to 75,000 people. And then for 4 or 5 hours out of an entire year, 500,000 of us show up. They're not going to spend millions and millions of dollars to beef up these servers for us for the 4 or 5 hours that everybody's trying to get a hot coin. I was thinking about this on the way in, and I think I found the perfect analogy that would make sense for us here in the stacking and collecting community. And that would be beefing up the servers at the US Mint would be like us going out and buying a Sigma reader, a spectrometer. These machines that read gold and silver content. A lot of the bigger channels have these, and it's not a cheap piece of equipment. A base model Sigma costs like $700. Think about the amount of gold and silver that you could buy for $700. You have to have pounds and pounds and pounds of metals to make that worthwhile. So not very many people have them, right? That's how it's like being the mint director and getting all bombarded by these people that are saying, "Oh, you should beef up your servers. You should beef up your servers." Yeah. You don't have to beef up the servers for 3 or 4 or 5 hours worth of action a year for us. This is the game we play. It is not their fault that we finally have a government agency that is a good steward of our tax dollars. I mean, think of it that way as well. If there was a government agency out there that only needed money, half a day a year, would we dump a bunch of money? No, we wouldn't. No. The U.S. Mint is not going to be spending millions of dollars to beef up these servers for us just so we can have a pleasant experience in a hobby. Now I know for a lot of us this is a way of life. We are stacking and collecting for our future. This is our retirement. This is what we're going to pass on to our kids and our grandkids. But it's very core. This is a hobby. Now there's some people that maybe made a career out of it, that own coin shops and what have you. And that's great. That's awesome. It's awesome that you can turn a hobby into a career. I cannot fault the U.S. Mint for doing this. It is a game that we're just going to have to play every time a hot coin comes out. We've seen back-to-back weeks where a hot coin has come out. And you know what? There's another hot coin set coming out next week. Nobody's talked about this yet at really great length, but next week there is the 400th anniversary of the Mayflower set coming out, and that is a joint set from the United States Mint and the British Royal Mint. It's going to be with Great Britain, so it's going to be like the Pride of Two Nations set that we saw last year with the U.S. and the Canadian Mint. The U.S. coin in this set, though, that's coming up, looks a lot better than the British coin, I will say. I'm going to try for that. It's got a limited mintage. We'll do a video on it here later in the week. But it's going to happen again. Next week, we're going to log in. We're all going to try to go for these coins, and it is going to crash. The website's going to crash. There's nothing we can do about it, guys. There's nothing the Mint's going to do about it. This is just how it is going to be. Now, I am glad that yesterday they didn't ask us to prove that we were human again. There was no CAPTCHAs that they had on the website. They've taken those down. I did get a timeout message once on there, but, that's just how it's going to be, guys. Get used to it. It's no use complaining about it. Be thankful that there's a government agency out there that is being a good steward of your money. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I am anxious to hear what you guys have to say on my opinion on this, because it appears that I am one of the few people that have this opinion. All of the videos that I've seen over the last week bashing the U.S. Mint And I'm the only one that's talking about this from this standpoint. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'd be really anxious to hear what you guys have to say. Guys, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you, no matter what your opinion on the U.S. Mint is. If you happen to appreciate old IndyXP, regardless of what his opinion is, go ahead and hit that like button for me right there. There's going to be a lot of you that probably hit the thumbs down button too. It's right here. You go ahead and pick your poison right there. If you happen to be new to the independent experience and you want to keep up to date on when all the latest and greatest content comes out, make sure you hit that subscribe and jingle bell right there in the corner, big bong, so you can stay notified of when that content comes out. Of course, we're going to pop the box right up here. This is going to be your gateway to the back catalog. You can start clicking on that at the end of this video to catch up. Guys, I've been IndyXP Bullion from the Independent Experience, and I'm here again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.